On January 13th, we departed on Star Princess for Hawaii to celebrate our 40th wedding anniversary. 40 years ago exactly, we took Pacific Princess out of Long Beach to Acapulco for our honeymoon.
There was a fantastic comedian on the first night, and then of course we always loved to go and dance. The second night was our formal night, and our formal night was also going to be the night that we celebrated our anniversary. So we had a just really great time with our table guests and our table. They made me a special gluten-free cake for our anniversary. It was an absolutely wonderful evening.
I never would have thought I'd live 40 years longer, nonetheless be married happily for another 40 years.
There's Arthur, our head waiter. He really took good care of us. He was fantastic. Next day, we're off running around to the pools and that, and then the next evening, they had Cherry's Jubilee for dinner. That was really good. I love Cherry's Jubilee.
Actually, Cherry's Jubilee was for dessert, but it was at the dinner.
Well, my dad was, he worked for the Navy, done at PWC, Public Works.
The next day dawned bright and sunny, perfect shorts weather. And of course, our favorite party band, Pinnacle, was out on the open deck to provide music for lunch.
It was a blast. We really like Tiki Dave. We've been sailing with him for many, many years. Here we're picking up our pilot, which is going to take us into Hilo.
On Hilo morning, they do a lot of exercise emergency drills with the crew. We had breakfast out back on the fantail, and it was just a beautiful morning, and we had a 3-rainbow day. What a way to start your vacation.
And of course, I had my Coast Guard boats to look at. This is the same kind of a ship that I was on when I was in the Coast Guard. Lots and lots of fun.
And of course, as we hit toward the afternoon, just had to go enjoy the jacuzzi.
And then, of course, after an afternoon of fun, it's time to get ready to eat again. And tonight we took a picture of the beautiful dessert that we had.
It was really cool how they made that little palm tree by the cheesecake.
And then we went out and we saw, what's his name?
Stanley the
Stanley
bear.
the bear. Yes, Stanley the bear.
Stanley's a stowaway, and he has lots of adventures, kind of like our bears.
And then we went out to the deck party with the party bear.
In beautiful Honolulu, Oahu, Hawaii, and we went to the Ala Moana Mall. I was on a mission to find some beautiful black coral jewelry. That had been on my wish list for a long time. And the mall was extremely festive because it was Chinese New Year. That evening, they brought on the children's hula classes from Hawaii. It's actually an institute, and they're very amazing performers. They were just beautiful, and we surely enjoyed their performance. It's a never miss for me.
And then after that, we went out walking and looking at the beautiful sights of the city.
There's always room for a second dessert, and that particular evening they had some really cool gluten-free things up in the food court. So we enjoyed the walk around the ship and a second dessert.
The following day, we were at New Willy Willy, and after spending days of shopping and around the town, we came home and had pork ribs for lunch. I always loved the pork ribs. And then after lunch, of course, Diane went for her swim and her sauna and things like that.
I always love staying on the ship when we're in port because you have the features virtually to yourself. Here's the ornament that I had made to commemorate our 40th wedding anniversary.
Hello, Maui. As many of you know, we used to own some condos on Maui, so we really love Maui. Here's John, our waiter, as we're getting ready for breakfast, and now we're on the little tenders and we're heading over to Maui. Actually, Lahaina in Maui. I am so blessed to have such a beautiful wife. This is some really nice pictures of the Star Princess sitting out in the ocean waiting for us to come home.
Walking along Lahaina's famous front street is always just a pleasure. It's so pretty there, especially when you're in the middle of winter at home. There's a chicken with a bunch of her little chicks that was out there entertaining us. We were actually on the phone with our granddaughter that time too. Here we are just getting ready to go back from town and get on the big ship, which you come and go to for lifeboat tenders. Of course, I had to soak my feet after all that long, hard walk. Goodbye, beautiful Maui, and thank you, Lord, for an amazing sunset to say goodbye. And there is the coastline of Lahaina lit up at night.
And here comes a party. We had another deck party. They had 3 different deck parties on this cruise, and it was really cool. You're going to see some neat tennis shoes coming up here. We had 5 beautiful sea days heading back to Ensenada, Mexico. It was great fun.
Next night out was Captain's Circle Party with Captain Christopher Lai. He had a dry sense of humor.
The next day we had all kinds of things to entertain us. And that evening was country western night at the party bar.
The next several sea days start out cool, but were beautiful and quite relaxing all the same.
And the water was just like glass.
Next day in the food court, they celebrated Chinese New Year's, which was really very well done. The food was amazing, and it was the year of the rat.
We're on our way to the galley tour. The galley tour, we haven't been on it in a long time, and it was really super neat. They put on a show for us, and then we went through this galley. And to tell you, this is just amazing. They do 71,000 dishes a day, 21,000 glasses a day, 1,700 pounds of fish, 1,400 pounds of poultry, 1,700 pounds of pork. I mean, it's just tremendous the amount of food that these people do. 470 gallons of coffee, 400 pounds of butter. I mean, it's just amazing. These guys do such a great job, and they really enjoy their job. And I'll tell you one thing about the kitchen. It is clean. It is spotless. Now, this kitchen happens to be the smallest kitchen on the ship. There's another kitchen that's about twice this size, and then there's a couple of other kitchens about this size. It's pretty incredible.
The food carvings that they had out were truly amazing and things of wonder. I can't fathom how they do that. And there, of course, is our table waiter giving part of the tour. Some more absolutely amazing, beautiful food plants that they make like bouquets.
They don't cook anything together either. There's a section for turkey, there's a section for fish. It's pretty neat.
We finished off the afternoon with a relaxing time at the spa.
We started out the next day with Sunday at Sea Brunch, and my goodness gracious, the food, it was absolutely incredible. They did this in the dining room, and it just, it's amazing the job they did. This is the first time that they've had this type of Sunday brunch that we've been on there. I hope this is something that they keep up with, because it was really a lot of fun, and the food was incredible. This crew also played songs for us at the end. It was really neat.
The last formal night, we took pictures with all of our table mates. We were blessed with really a good crowd. We all had so much fun together and enjoying different aspects of each other's lifestyle. Again, it's really good. That helps make the trip special.
The following day, we landed in Ensenada, Mexico, and had a good time walking around there. Then we headed back to the ship to get ready for dinner. We had to also pack on this night because when we get in the morning, we'll be in Los Angeles.
on the last night, the staff in the kitchen and all of your wait staff parades Baked Alaska around. Then it's time to say goodbye and a last dance and welcome home to Long Beach.